If you had to marry the first person you slept with, how different would your life be? Terrible. She recently reached out to me after 25 years because she wants to cheat on her husband. Given that the first woman I slept with is now a lesbian, I'd either be someone's beard or, more likely, still trying to recover from a divorce. He became addicted to crack and then jumped off a building due to his mental health downfall. He was a really nice guy otherwise. So, I guess I'd be a widow. I'd be in prison for murdering my mother-in-law. She is a librarian in Norway. I am a lawyer in America. One of our lives would be drastically different. I'll tell you in a few years' time. Fucking miserable. Wait, you mean you don't have to marry the first person you sleep with? Oh man. Exactly the same. I did exactly that. It was amazing. Until I found out she was cheating on me with at least 4 other men that I know of. It was probably more over the course of a couple years. She left me for one of them and I finally came to terms with it last year and have begun feeling happy on my own again. I would be a widower. She was hit by a truck when she was 18. I actually did do that. Regret was the result. I think he's a cult leader or in a cult or something so very, very different. Last time I tracked him down about 8 years ago, he was doing these classes on spiritual healing, using chakras and shit. This is after he failed out of chiropractor school. Mine was a rapist, so I'm guessing my life significantly worse. That was the plan. She was the only person to accept me for me. We could not have been happier together. Then, on December 2nd, 1987, she died in my arms. I don't have any memories of the next couple years. I somehow graduated college and have gone on to a fulfilling career. I didn't find another to love like I did her until 1999. She understands that there will always be a place in my heart where Kim lives on. This September will be our 22nd anniversary. RIP Kimberly K. Speakman. You will always be loved. I did. We just celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. He's a gay man and I'm a straight woman, so I'm not real sure how that would have played out. He was bi at the time. We were in high school in the early 90s. Actually I did. Divorced for years now lol. He was my first love. And even after we broke up, I'd often fantasize that we'd eventually reunite and get married someday. We're both married to other people now. And I am incredibly happy with my current partner of 18 years. But every once in a while, I still wonder how that would have worked out. It'd be miserable. He was such a jerk. I did marry the first man I slept with, my HS sweetheart. Life is good. I'd be single again. I wouldn't have learned any of the life lesson I now know. Also, I was 14 and he's a POS and serial cheater. I would be married to a gay man and he'd be married to a lesbian, so, pretty different. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. I did marry him. Been together 23 years. Married almost 18. We have 3 teenage kids now. I wouldn't trade it for the world. When it happens, I'll let you know. Tears of joy. 20 years ago, a prostitute. I was 16 and she was like almost 30 for sure. I guess it would suck. Poverty abuse. Not that I'm much better off, but at least I'm not tied to an abusive drug addict. I guess I would be married. I'd be dead. She was really hot, but I'd definitely be miserable. A terrible, horrible, no good, very bad time. I married the first person I slept with. We're divorced now, rolling on the floor laughing. I'd be a millionaire, but I'd have HIV. No thanks. I'd still be single at 30, ha ha ha, fuck my life. Probably horrible. Well, I'd know his last name at least. Can I go back and not have sex? Don't you put that evilness into the world. OMG, I need to shower and pop about 50 Zoloft now. I'd be a widower. I just laughed out loud because I am a single and have never slept with anyone. He was expelled from college on academic grounds because he smoked weed constantly and didn't go to class. I would be taking care of a man-child. Thankfully, I'm now with a guy who is my equal. Probably not bad. I actually still happen to be in contact with her. We still chat from time to time and have met up and hit it off. I'm not vying for it by any means, but I wouldn't hate my life, lol. Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. The relationship was a constant battle. Making up. But perhaps it would have gotten easier over the years. Just very happy with my wife now. Where love is easy and natural. Spoke to him a year ago randomly and he hasn't grown a bit since 15. Still lives at home. Smokes weed and drinks in his mom's basement. And is a total loser. Oh, and he called me the N-word as a joke at age 28. Scariest question ever asked. Nothing would change. I did when I was 16. He was an abusive psycho. Scientists would love to analyze his type of spoiled brat, self-absorbed. Crazy. We stayed married 10 years and had 3 children. He went to jail multiple times. He just got out of prison for choking our 18-year-old. She's okay. The irony of all of this is I felt superior. I married my one and only, lol. This experience has led to me to believe nobody should get married till they're at least 25. I was in a relationship with her for 2 years in high school and we were each other's first time at age 15. We separated for reasons out of our control but left things on good terms. We still connect occasionally, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't still have some feelings. She's doing great in life. Has an undergrad in biochemistry. Heading to medical school soon, and I'm so happy for her. But yeah, she's in a relationship now, and even still, for those reasons out of our control, it would never work anyway. I'd be a single mother with my husband, either in jail or dead. Currently child-free and happily engaged to someone I absolutely adore. I was friends with my ex for a long time, but he couldn't escape where all his friends ended up. I didn't have sex until my wedding night. So the same. Guess my BF is proposing. He got over that fear of commitment right quick. I'd be able to immigrate to Canada and get the hell out of Texas. Married with my groomer. Yikes. Ugh. She grew up to be a hardcore Bible thumper. No thank you. It wouldn't. I did marry him. I'm now happily divorced and even more happily remarried. Life would be miserable. Sex would have been great. She basically was a maniac in the sheet. I would have spent my life working a 50-hour week to take her all over Europe, not knowing she had 3 affairs every year at least. I'd be straight, I guess. And definitely miserable. Oh, I did. And from the moment I said I do, I've regretted it for 9 years. My second marriage, night and day. You have to swim through some shit puddles before you find paradise though.